to ganti Madam for today's class, and Madam Nurul already share with me the attendance for today, specifically the link lah, right? Cuma InsyaAllah kalau Madam dah selesai, dia akan take over lah. And as far as I'm concerned, this subject is Introduction to Hospitality. Apa kodnya? HCU?
HHT11703.
Oh, HHT
11703.
Alright. Okay. Thank you very much. Welcome to your second class of HHT 11703, Introduction to Hospitality Industry. So, majority of you here, have you did some time in the industry before? Pernah bekerja part time ke?
Tak.
Okay. But do we have international student in this class? Oh, semua local student Jap. Priscilla Das. Are you local or international
Local, sir.
Oh, local. Okay. Nama tu rare, jarang dengar. Okay. Welcome to MSU. As I think everyone knows that my name is Muhammad Hakim bin Hamdan. I also teach this subject before, and on top of that, also other subject I also teach. But I am not a chef. Jangan panggil saya chef. Just enough for you call me Mr. Hakim. That is enough. And other subject besides hospitality, apa lagi saja awak ambil ni?
Ladder.
Ladder. Can everyone switch on your camera for a while, just for a few seconds, sebab most of you ni semua muka tak kenal lagi kan? Saya lagi tak kenal awak. At least saya nampaklah muka serba sedikit kat sini.
Sir?
Saya. Ya.
Timetable saya clash. Boleh saya masuk kelas ni lepas tu kelas satu lagi ke?
Oh ya ke?
Ya.
Okay. Have you informed Madam Nurul or have you informed your mentor? Awak dah inform mentor awak ke? Atau inform dengan Madam Mashita ke? Madam Mashita minta awak kan?
Sir, apa? Nah, nantilah saya baru tahu clash, sir.
Oh, baru tahu. Okay. So again, anyone when there is any of you have a timetable clash, that is not supposed to happen. But kalau jika ada yang berlaku, as soon as possible contact with your mama, Madam Mashita, right? So tak nak nanti you kena belah-belah badan pula. Okay, so for the first day of this subject, what have been covered by Madam Nurul? Madam Nurul dah cover apa ya? Hello.
SOW dengan
baru SOW, sir.
Boleh tak saya explain diri saya sekejap, saya nak buka internet.
Okay. Alright. So, okay. So the previous class only 1 hour eh? So today hari ni berapa jam kelas? 2 jam eh? Oh, semalam?
2
Oh,
hours, sir.
oh, semalam kelas SOW 2 jam je. Masya Allah, lamanya. Okay, never mind. So introduction to hospitality industry. I think Madam Nurul, I think lah, saya tak tanya dia pula. Ya? Yeah?
Tak, sir. Semalam 1 jam saja. Hari ni je 2 jam.
Oh. Ya, betul Zarif. Saya lagging. I am currently using 2 gadget. Satu dekat desktop, satu dekat phone. So, saya tahu saya pending on respond. Right? So, anyhow, this session, even right now, bila saya kata, when I greet everyone, I have record this session, and when some of you have internet connection problem ataupun lagging dengar my lecture regarding to certain topic, I will share to you the link yang this recording yang saya akan upload dekat YouTube nanti. Okay, unlisted lah, right? So that you can listen back to that particular topic, and some of you yang absent akan dengar balik benda ni. And insyaAllah, if this subject kalau saya cover sehingga habis, the link of attendance I will share in this Google Meet. Okay, I will not share to random of you semua, supaya you boleh share dekat dalam WhatsApp group, sebab tak adil kalau ada yang tak adil tu, right? So as for now ni, for the time being, siapa sini admin dalam grup WhatsApp tu?
Madam.
Oh, madam seorang je eh? Okay. Mukris, awak tolong save nombor saya dulu ni. Kat chat box.
Saya ke?
Mukris lah awak. Kenapa? Because bila nak bagi break nanti, right, might possible I will give you other things seperti link terutamanya. So Mukris akan jadi orang tengah saya lah, right? Whenever that we cut short on the conversation. But when we joining the group, when we join back on the group discussion or joining the lecture back again after some moment of break, just use the same link untuk join class, right? Okay. So I will share the screen regarding to this specific topic. Ya, saya buka dulu topiknya. In your point of view, when it comes to hospitality, what pop in your mind? Any that related to hospitality industry? Apa yang you boleh fikirkan? Anyone? Bila sebut je pasal hospitality industry ni, apa benda yang pertama yang pop dalam you punya mind?
Pelancongan sir.
Pelacur? Oh, pelancong.
Pelancongan.
Okey, pelancongan. Okey, true. More? Some more? Ada lagi tak? So, Encik Ganesh kata pelancongan. Lagi? Okey, Mukris kata restoran. Okey, betul.
Service.
Lagi? Leila Najwa? Ni Leila mana ni? Pastry eh?
Itu
Okey.
saya.
Okey. Okey, Leila. Hospitality industry. Apa?
Ya.
Hospitality industry. Apa dia?
Hospitality industry. Kalau saya, I would say service.
Service. Okey. Some you said pelancongan, tourism. Some you said restaurant, service. Basically, all of these things that everyone mentioned, is the same thing. Hospitality industry is area lah, pekerjaan. Hospitality, dari translation, it means layanan. Layanan in what ways? From the establishment towards the customer ataupun guest ataupun client, right? So when someone attending to your place, go into your place, he or she, we need to entertain that particular person. For example, masa special occasion ataupun kita ambil pendekatan bila you dekat rumah, hari raya contohnya, sebelum PKP, saudara-saudara datang, kawan-kawan datang, boyfriend datang, girlfriend datang, bekas-bekas datang, beraya kat rumah. Mereka adalah you punya tetamu. So you as a landlord, sebagai owner on that particular place ataupun orang yang in charge in that particular area, you are responsible in entertaining that particular person or group of people in any ways, right? For example, in a restaurant, when the guests come to the particular establishment, we need to entertain the guests. We greet the guests, seat the guests, and even offer something can be which is what we call a complimentary. Or in certain establishment, for example, kat mana pengalaman saya dulu ni? Tak ingat lah. Doesn't matter. But when we go to the certain hotel, either during morning hours ataupun um, afternoon waktu yang panas-panas tu, even bila kita sampai, mereka akan bagi something sebagai welcoming drinks. That is also part of the hospitality. And when they said hospitality service ataupun dalam kes ni hospitality industry, meaning that you treat the guest, you treat the customer, you treat the client. Right? Either that customer is the consumer, the end user, or might be the customer or the client. When I say customer, client ataupun guest, is basically in generalnya benda sama, but secara spesifiknya berbeza. Consumer, most likely those who become the end user. Contohnya, kalau kita pergi hotel, kita tidur situ, so we are the consumer. Same goes to kalau kita pergi restoran dan kita makan. But if we go to that particular place to show some contribution or to do some collaboration, meaning that we are the client. Contohnya, saya bekerja kat hotel ni, dan contohnya saya ambil nama Atina. Dia datang ke hotel tu untuk buat collaboration sebab dia pun daripada certain company. So me myself will address Atina ni sebagai saya punya client. Kalau consumer, probably dia akan datang sekali dengan keluarga dia untuk menginap, untuk buat dia punya social life kat situ lah. Itu contoh on hospital, maksud customer and client. And again, when it comes to hospitality, we layan customer tu in such a way we make them feel comfortable, happy, and tenang orang kata. And most likely able to provide some form of feedback or maybe some free word of mouth to other people di kat luar sana. Then again, when it comes to hospitality, doesn't mean it doesn't mean that we need to spend so much money to apa doesn't mean we need to spend so much of money on the items, on the design, on the decoration. Tak semestinya. As long depending on the establishment or your capability in entertaining the guests. That includes the capability of you in decorate the area, the knowledge inside your head what things you want to communicate to the customer. Let's say for example, you organize an event contohnya, and you are entitled untuk jaga this particular VIP. And bila VIP ni sampai, okay, kita ambil pendekatan VIP ni contohnya Awi lah, penyanyi tu kan, Awi. So bila dia datang, ada orang entertain dia. Kita greet dia, kita kasih dia duduk, and then kita bagi dia something untuk complimentary seperti minum-minum sikit, makan-makan sikit, and then in some point of time, kalau VIP tu menunggu pun mesti ada limitnya. At least bila dia datang duduk dapat orang kata ni regenerate energy dia. But kalau dia dah duduk terlalu lama, macam kita duduk terlalu lama sampai kita rasa boring. So most likely we probably going to ask more and more question. When is this event going to happen, and so on. So those who in charge on entertaining this particular VIP, it is advisable for this kind of individual to do some study ataupun research on what is actually Awi ni suka contohnya. Mungkin contohnya dia suka bola. So in your mindset, you should have some topic that able to entertain the guest. Mau kata perbualan pun boleh jadi part of the entertainment. Maksudnya kena beramah mesra lah dengan orang tu. Kalau contohnya Awi tu duk minat menyanyi, main bola, awak buka topik masak-masak, mana dia tahu, mana dia suka. Kan? So kita kena pandai pilih topik untuk berbual dengan dia. That is also part of the communication. And also the service juga. Right? So that is maksudnya itulah maksudnya hospitality in industry. So in this topic, after you reading and studying this chapter, you should able to define the hospitality industry. You should able to describe the characteristic of the hospitality industry, explain the component of the hospitality industry, and differentiate the hospitality industry with others. I think as for now, you're probably able to define what is the hospitality industry. Setakat ni semua boleh define? Boleh ke tidak? Hello? Halo? Ada orang ke situ?
Ya, sir.
Yeah, that's true.
Saya lagging ke?
Sikit.
Sikit. Mungkin banyak kot. Tapi tak apa. Alright. This session is still being recorded, and as usual, I will share the link to maybe I will share to Mukris, and then I will share to Madam Nurul as well. Sebagai bukti lah saya podcast. Alright. So again, what is hospitality? Right? The thing that I have explained to you is part of on the general or common sense on hospitality. But when it comes to the contents of hospitality based on the Oxford English Dictionary, it is the reception and entertainment of guests, visitor or stranger with liberality and goodwill. And the word hospitality is derived from hospice, meaning to provide care or shelter for traveller. Alright, seperti saya tadi, dalam bahasa profesionalnya, someone that we don't know, can be the customer, can be client, can be guest. Alright, to that particular establishment. Itu yang dimasukkan dengan stranger ataupun visitor, right? With intention, dengan cara yang baik. Another additional points for hospitality industry, companies or organizations which provide food and or drinks and or accommodation to people who are away from home. Maksudnya macam katakan kita kasih apa nama ni, friendly punya approach those who are away from their home. Even contohnya dalam situasi orang yang kena kuarantin dekat mak itu pun, there is also part of hospitality. Kadang kita tengok yang macam pernah viral dekat social media semua ni kan. Contohnya pernah tak tengok yang frontliner yang wish birthday dekat seorang uncle ni? Pernah tak encounter dengan video tu?
Tak pernah.
Tapi ada yang pernah lah saya tengok ni. Siapa yang ada TikTok tahulah. Cik. Okay. Dia dalam video tu, frontliners ni dia dapat tahu this uncle adalah waktu tu birthday dia. So dia beli kek untuk uncle ni, dan secara spontannya pun orang-orang keliling ni pun yang sebagai penginap dekat mak itu pun wish birthday kat dia. Ni lagu happy birthday kat dia. That is all part of the hospitality part of the hospitality technique. Alright. Even kalau awak pergi melawat rumah kawan, you jaga adab semua tu, and of course I'm not sure kalau you pergi rumah kawan, tapi kadang-kadang kawan-kawan ni akan kasih something kat kita, kasih makanan ke, kasih minum ke, atau kasih ajak main game ke kan. There is also part of the hospitality. Dia kata melayan kawan tu. Right? Hospitality is dedicated to serve people who is away from home. Hospitality industry is to satisfy a guest need for shelter and lodging, and those that provide their patron with food and beverage. Some establishment can provide accommodation, some establishment can provide food and beverage, but for example like in hotel, mostly they can able to provide everything from shelter until food, as long dia bayar lah, right? So again, hospitality industry is the cordial and generous reception and entertainment of guests or stranger, either socially or commercially. The hospitality industry is comprised of those business which practice the act of being hospitable, those businesses which are characterized by generosity and friendliness to guests. Dan nanti kata mudahnya, whoever you are, when you doing the service in certain establishment, and then when someone attending your establishment, can be your family, can be your friends, or can be someone stranger, might possible someone from another establishment, we need to entertain them. I'll give you another example. For example, like in MSU, before that, awak mesti pernah perasan kan, kalau kita pergi in certain event, we take approach on F&B lah, bagi makan-makan ni. So there is a different kind of service, untuk normal service dengan VIP service. Perasan tak?
Perasan.
Biasanya kalau macam makanan orang-orang yang biasa-biasa ni, dia punya makanan probably dalam dome, probably dalam makanan food pack, as compared to VIP. Sama ada makanan tu cantik disediakan dalam dome ataupun ada orang akan tuangkan makanan dia. That's the difference on the level. But just to share with you, maksud saya in MSU, whoever you are, maksudnya either you are in certain title, contohnya datuk ke, ataupun you ni artis ke, ataupun orang kata ni just a best student lah orang katakan, and there is a celebration for this particular event. Any of the VIP, any of the individual who are entitled as the VIP, we will entertain the guests as VIP. Maksudnya kat sini, semua orang yang datang ke MSU, we will treat this particular people VIP standard. Maksudnya semua orang sama rata lah. Tak ada yang membezakan orang ni dengan orang tu. Semua sama je kita layannya penuh dengan hospitality. Right? So based on the sejarah on the hospitality industry ni, dia kerap berubah. Alright, maksudnya dia tengok kepada apa nama ni, orang kata ni, dia punya budaya dia. Right, let's say if you go to the English country in London contohnya, the kinds of hospitality berbeza as compared to Malaysian. Alright, contohnya kita kat sini Malaysian, kita ada adat kita. Masuk rumah buka slipper, as compared to the English people, masuk rumah jalan gitu je. Kan? Mereka tak pakai kasut pun. Kita kat rumah kena buka kasut, buka slipper. Kalau tidak, kuali melayang. Tak kuali melayang, tangan melayang. Okay? Bukan tangan kita, tangan mak kita kelepuk kepala kita. So there was a major growth in casual dining, increase in the numbers of hotel chain, development of mass tourism, rising of package travel, baby boomer factor in the industry, for in-depth rate also positively influenced the hospitality industry, and acquisition emerged. Okay, let's take approach on hospitality industry in restaurant. So, okay, for information in terms of restaurant, masuk ke sini, only those who entitled, maksudnya orang yang kata ni bangsawan, orang yang have ni, orang yang have ni yang apa nak kata ni, layak pergi ke restoran sebab dia ada title. But there is specific particular person ni, I don't recall his name. Dia berhenti daripada bekerja sebagai tukang masak di situ dan dia buka apa nama ni, low level of makanan, low level of restoran. Macam orang buka gerai-gerai lah, dan dia jual makanan yang murah-murah seperti kat sana dia orang jual makan babi semua tu, pork semua tu. So mereka sediakan makan-makan sedemikian. So benda tu sampai melibatkan pelanggaran undang-undang, pelanggaran hak level manusia. So towards the end, sampai ke masuk ke mahkamah semua tu, gerbuk-gerbak dia repetikan ceritanya, dia menang dan semua orang layak masuk ke restoran dan semua orang layak mendapat servis. Then as time goes by, for example, like in the world nowadays, when I say world nowadays, meaning before PKP, different restaurant have different kind of service. Kita perasan dari segi contoh servis, contohnya fast food service, macam mana servisnya. Kita boleh tengok fine dining service, macam mana servisnya. Kita boleh tengok casual dining service, macam mana casualnya. Alright? Saya percaya saya percaya semua orang ada pengalaman makan dekat KFC. Betul tak? Macam mana servis dia?
Betul.
Teruk.
Masya Allah. Straightforwardnya. Alright. Okay, saya terkedu je. So, bila sebut KFC ni, dia fast service. So, when it comes to fast service, they only focus on giving people the food. Mereka bukan nak layan kita sampai apa, macam mana cakap nak explain the rest of the menu. Everything kerebuk kat situ dah. We just pick what menu we want and they will give you on that particular moment. What about Lamang Grill? Ada yang pernah pergi Lamang Grill tak? Restoran Chef Zubir dekat Seksyen 13 tu. Tak pernah. Ada yang pernah pergi Tony Romas? Restoran dekat Ayon ni, apa yang pernah awak pergi? Shack Grill, NY Shack ke? Tadi Atina macam nak anggur dah.
Dekat Aeon.
Dekat Ayon ada restoran upscale, ada restoran low scale.
Benar.
Siapa tu? Lela?
Puteri.
Saya
Awak Puteri pergi makan kat mana?
ada yang grill benda tu nama dia.
Oh,
Dekat Aeon tu.
Sebenarnya makan dekat sebelah yang Fuel Shack tu je.
sebelah Fuel Shack. Apa sebelah Fuel Shack tu? Vivo?
Kan? Vivo kat bawah kan?
Vivo kat bawah. Fuel Shack kat
Ni
bawah.
dekat atas.
Kat atas,
Fuel Shack kat
saya
atas
ingat ada nasi ayam, ayam penyet, KFC, boat noodle, Manhattan consider mahal jugalah. Okay, so contoh Amelia pernah makan dekat Manhattan
Berapa
Fish
tiga
Market
je.
di kata situ. So Manhattan can be considered as casual dining sebab cara dia plating makanan, cara dia serve makanan, in terms of communication still friendly, but the way that the way that they dress, the way that they approach you is very considered casual, right? Dengan baju dengan macam baju t-shirt dia lengan pendek lah. Compare to macam proper fine dining, dipakai semua macam orang baju kerja office. Dipakai tie ataupun bow tie, baju lengan panjang, pakai vest, semat-semat, rambut ikat kemas, muka makeup bersih, and then serve makanan dengan nampak sophisticated presentation. Even the name of the menu also indicate that benda ni sangatlah rumit makanannya, right? Same goes to dessert as well, sampai kalau dia memakai yang ingredient yang mahal. So hospitality and tourism can be considered the largest and fastest growing industry, fastest growing, but also fastest kedebuk jatuh juga, especially when this pandemic berlaku. Not all hospitality industry able to sustain the establishment. Most of them, especially those who yang yang kecil-kecil punya establishment ni, dia dah tutup. Kesian kat dia, right? In terms of the common dynamic, able to delivery and service and product and the customer and guest impression are critical when we giving service to that particular person. Based on the sejarah of hospitality, there is a tradition. Jangan tanya saya kenapa. Even me myself sometimes rasa skeptical. Kenapa dia nampak benda ni? Dia bagi simbolik hospitality. The pineapple tradition. Kita nampak pineapple, sedap kau makan ni. Mereka nampak pineapple is basically like a symbol of tradition. Probably it will be the same to them. Kalau mereka nampak kita yang ada bunga raya ni simbol sebagai Malaysia ataupun simbol sebagai MSU ni, mereka akan pandang pun probably akan skeptikal jugalah, right? Unless kalau kita faham apa sejarah mereka, ataupun mereka sendiri faham sejarah kita. So in the pineapple tradition, American symbol of it is a symbol of welcome, friendship and hospitality, and it is basically recognized internationally. Yes, betul. Even me myself, based on the knowledge itself, yes, it is a symbol of welcoming the people. Based on stated by Christopher Columbus brought the pineapple from South America to Europe. It is the foundation for concept of service. Maksudnya kat sini, bila kita melawat seseorang, kita akan bagi orang tu buah tangan. So as a symbol of service. Macam awak semua pernah bagi something dekat kawan-kawan lah. Alright? Bila kita melawat saudara-saudara atau melawat orang-orang yang tak sihat semua tu, so dia akan kita akan memberi something sebagai buah tangan kepada tuan rumah tersebut. So the scope of hospitality and tourism industry, we can see there is about 6 of them in terms of the scope, which include travel, lodging, meeting, restaurant, managed services and also recreation. Sekarang ni dah pukul 2.40. Tadi kita start pukul 2. Setakat ni semua orang okey ke? Ke nak ambil take break dulu?
Break.
Break dulu Okey. Okey, boleh.
Break.
Okey, boleh. So we are going to use the same link. Okay, same link kita pakai tu. Kita akan masuk semula pada jam 2.50 daripada sekarang. Boleh?
Boleh?
Alright, see you at 2.50. Use the same link. Ciao.
Alright.
Bye.